Eliza, the export sector has been hit hard by travel restrictions.
Annalise, it's effectively ground to a halt as a result of worldwide travel restrictions, making it virtually impossible to send our seafood, meat and dairy products overseas to highly valued markets. So the government will facilitate 200 flights to countries like China, Japan, Hong Kong and the UAE to get our products overseas. And this freight mission, the Agriculture Minister David Littleproud says, starts immediately.
We're trying to work on the supply by adding to it, working with cargo freight companies to increase that capacity to get our produce around the world, and we're doing that quickly. And as early as today, we are seeing a flight leave Western Australia with some of this produce under this program. We're not going to mess around with this. This is about making sure there is continuity not only for our Australian agricultural sector but supply chains around the world, proving that Australian agriculture is the best but also one of the most reliable in the world.
And Eliza, Australian travellers stranded in South America are being assured more rescue flights are on the way.
Annalise, there are a lot of desperate travellers, especially in countries like Peru, where there was a charter flight out of there last week, but hundreds of Australians were still left behind. One couple I spoke to have been in lockdown in a small city outside the capital. Their scheduled flight home was cancelled and there are no other commercial options available. The Foreign Minister this morning confirming that the government and Qantas are working on more rescue flights and that people stuck in places outside of the capital, Lima, will be prioritised.
In Peru, since we were able to support the Chimu flight and provide it with the government assurances to enable it to go ahead, we are continuing to work with Qantas on further flights to assist Australians who are still there, and also trying to facilitate internal travel for Australians who are in more remote and isolated parts of Peru to come to the city centres, to come to Lima, to Cusco, so that they are able to access those flights.
There'll also be a charter flight from Uruguay tomorrow for Australians there stuck on a cruise ship off the coast. Some of the 600 Australians still stuck on cruise ships around the world, Annalise.